In a world where everything is negotiable, tenants and business owners are turning to the Lease Coach for all aspects of their commercial, office, and retail leases. The Lease Coach works exclusively for tenants and specializes in negotiating both new leases and lease renewals, doing site selection, reviewing documents, plus one-on-one coaching and consulting. The Lease Coach levels the playing field for the independent tenant or franchisee who doesn't deal with leases every day and who isn't as experienced as the landlord or his broker. Dale Willerton is founder and CEO of the Lease Coach. Willerton speaks frequently to audiences across the country and is recognized as America's #1 authority on lease negotiating for tenants. Thousands of tenants have benefited from reading his book, attending the Lease Coach seminars, and from his consulting.
We'll negotiate not only to renew their lease, preferably at a rental reduction.
The Lease Coach success story has been reported by the newspaper, radio, and even this special television national news presentation.
Location is everything. The small business people you're about to meet know that. The problem is they don't own the location where they do business. They rent, and that can cause problems you'd never think of. Here's Howard Gould.
Not all landlords are huge, of course, but most have more power, more leverage than their tenants. So if you're opening up a store, it can be tough to get a lease you can live with at a location where your business will thrive. And even if you do absolutely everything right, it's still pretty easy for a small business to get into big trouble with a landlord. Small business can forget about special laws or rental review boards. They're for residential tenants. The commercial landlord has a lot more power. These days, more commercial tenants are turning to people such as Dale Willerton.
For a mattress store to come into this property, it could be quite good.
He's a lease consultant, a kind of hired gun who handles landlords for tenants. After years working and negotiating on behalf of landlords, he crossed the street.
I basically switched to the other side. I realized that tenants were leaving too much on the table, if you will. In commercial leasing, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. And tenants have to remember that. There's nothing wrong with negotiating aggressively.
That's a client. Her landlord is selling the building, and the landlord wants a quick signature.
An estoppel certificate? Okay. Normally they give you 2 weeks to do that. Have they brought it to you and want you to sign it today?
If she signs, she will be certifying she has no complaints, so the new landlord will have no obligation to fix the heating
exactly
system.
Right. You cannot sign it without a consultation with me. This would do quite nicely.
What would Dale Willerton do if a landlord wanted one of his clients, a tenant, out? Try to turn a problem into an advantage. It's about attitude.
Got it. There's no reason to walk away. If you've got something that somebody else wants, you can charge for it. And if the landlord wants your space back, he'll pay you for it.
For Venture, I'm Howard Gould.
Today, the Lease Coach is expanding with its own franchisees and affiliates across North America as part of the Lease Coach system, so tenants and business owners will have access to professionally certified lease consultants wherever their business operates.
Can you really save money renegotiating a lease?
Absolutely. More so now than ever before.
If you require a professional speaker for your next convention or would like Willerton to write an article for your magazine or publication, call or email the Lease Coach. Whatever you do, don't sign a commercial lease or renewal before talking with the Lease Coach. In leasing, tenants don't get what they deserve, they get what they negotiate.